All right. Tech Mahindra's earnings are likely to flash before our screens in just a moment. Remember, those are an important set to go by with, in line on profits. So I think that's something that the market would take on board. Remember, it's been a good earnings quarter when it comes to the IT majors. And so if Tech Mahindra can deliver and can indicate to the market that their client commitments are strong, the pricing environment is stable, as well as their margin performance and profitability looks good, then all of that will translate into a high performance from the stock. If you can bring up the 3-month chart on Tech Mahindra, that will highlight how the build-up has been for this name ahead of numbers. As of now, I only have the flash on the net profit performance, and that's bang in line with estimates. I think what would be very encouraging to see is an encore, a matched performance on the top line, and a matched performance on the margin front as well. Can we bring up the 3-month chart? Okay, that'll just come up in a bit. But Apurva Prasad joins in with a quick reaction on Tech Mahindra's earnings. PAT performance is in line, Apurva. So I don't think there's any room for extraordinaries. But what do you make of prima facie just the PAT performance? And we'll get in the other numbers as and when they come by. But a decent show of about 900 crores on the bottom line.
Yeah, so we were working with slightly higher numbers, about 933 crores on the bottom line. But yeah, I mean, I think the revenue looks pretty much in line. At 8225 crores is where we were on the revenue.
You know, it's an inline set and bang in line, at least with the ETNA estimates, even when it comes to the revenues. So at 8,276.3 crore rupees versus the ETNA estimates of 8,202, you would have to say just at least the headline numbers are bang in line. But Apurva, given what we've already seen from the likes of the big boys, that's you know, TCS as well as Infosys, what from the management commentary would you be looking out for?
So I think most importantly, the segments within the telecom piece of the business, so be it LCC, Comviva, the network part of the business, commentary around that, because that's largely been, you know, the biggest drag for Tech Mahindra, you know, so it's been within that 45%, you know, framework of the business. You know, enterprise has been doing very well all through this space. So I think commentary around that is something which we don't understand, apart from the fact that the TCV of deals, which has been very strong with some of the peers, I think that should be another strong monitorable.
You know, Tech Mahindra has also pretty much delivered on expected lines. How would you place Tech Mahindra in your pecking order among IT earnings that you've seen this quarter?
Yeah, so we prefer structurally TCS, Infosys, and followed by HCL and Tech Mahindra. That would be our pecking order.
Okay. Pankaj Sharma also joins in. Pankaj, in line set from Tech Mahindra on the top line as well as the bottom line. I have got some more details now trickling in. Margin performance has come in at 16.5%. No surprises there. Their dollar revenues, again, in line with the estimates. This is like they're playing to the script, right? Adding about 13 active clients in Q1, and, you know, the client additions and the deal size and the deal wins will come up for our viewers in just a bit. But does the stock also then do pretty much precious little like it has in the last 3 months, because the numbers hold no surprise, even though there's no major disappointment?
Yeah, more or less in line results. Of course, there are more details which need to be looked upon. But overall, I think this is something which is leading to a situation where overall, if you look at last 4 or 5 results from large cap IT companies, it's not a great performance from a couple of them, but at least they are meeting the expectations and they are delivering performance which is at least satisfactory. So no major reason for getting optimistic about the entire situation, but at least things are not looking very, very bad from here on.
But Pankaj, given the kind of sharp run-up that one is already seen within the entire IT pack, would you say that these inline numbers would do much to the stock tomorrow?
I think that's very interesting, because if you see, even, let's say, if I look at even Wipro or even HCL Tech, the kind of performance which we have seen from TCS and Infosys, we have not seen the same kind of market interest in other companies, especially in the large cap space. So you are very correct that the company, if it delivers inline results and if it delivers something which is not a very exciting performance, the stock is very, very unlikely to react a lot to those numbers. Of course, it might not correct too much, but definitely no significant investor interest will come in post these numbers. That's how it looks like as of now.
Okay, Pankaj, we'll leave it at that. In fact, let's take it across to Sunita Nagpal as well and try and analyze these numbers in greater detail. I guess, Sunita, TCS and Infy spoiled us. An inline set, and analysts believe that this is not really going to move the needle a whole lot for IT or other Tech Mahindra in particular.
Absolutely, but you also have to remember that Tech Mahindra is slightly different kind of company. It has a large exposure to telecom vertical, and Comviva, which is the telecom business for them, is this is a seasonally weak quarter for it. So this was expected that this will be a subdued quarter, and also that Q4 had a extraordinary forex income of roughly about $27 million, which was expected to put pressure on the net profit front. So that's exactly it has panned out. We were expecting a 25% decline, and they have reported a decline of 26%. Margins, we were expecting a decline of 150 basis points, so they have done slightly better on that front. Margins have come at 16.4% versus 16%, so slight improvement on margin front, but more or less numbers are in line with expectations. But it all depends on the management commentary, how soon they expect that there could be a revival in the telecom business. Enterprise business is also expected to be slow in this quarter, so whether a pickup can happen, because the deal wins have been strong, and if you look at the commentary coming from the other companies, the deal available are very, very strong. Pipeline is looking strong, so whether the company is also able to encash on that opportunity is something that we need to watch out for. But for this quarter, the numbers are more or less in line with expectations.
Yes, indeed, and we'll have to see how the stock reacts. Suffice to say, Pankaj, your call on the stock would not change post these numbers? Okay, fine. We'll wrap it up then on breaking now with Tech Mahindra's earnings. Numbers are largely in line with estimates. I don't know whether this would merit a stock reaction tomorrow. I think at best the market would take the numbers in its stride. Take a break. When we come back, get you some more food content.